the church no longer preaches that we are aliens and strangers. The church no longer preaches that. The church no longer preaches that we are, as Christians, as believers, we are aliens and strangers here. See what? Given that that's not part of our that's not part of our orthodoxy, it's not part of our orthopraxy. You don't hear that in pulpits anymore. So what we've done as a church, we start to buy into this soteriology that the government has been selling. You see, we got a bunch of blind squirrels. I'm glad you use that. We got a bunch of blind squirrels out here who are thinking because their worldview is so grounded in the world, in their life, their physical life here, their physical existence here. That's where their focus is.
Yeah.
So we just have a bunch of blind squirrels out here willing to accept, well, if the government gives us an acorn here, the government gives us an apple over here, then I should be content with that. You see, but we're aliens and strangers. This is what Peter is saying in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 11. Beloved, I urge you as aliens and strangers.
Yeah.
That little two-word preposition as, that's stating a reality. That's a definitive, objective reality. That's who you are. That's who you are. You are not people who, though you live physically in America, it goes back to what you were saying, Joel, earlier. We just have a low view of accepting less versus more. So we accept these acorns because, oh, woe is me. This is my existence in this life, and I'll see God in eternity when I die. No, this is not the mindset that God wants us living with. But we're a bunch of blind squirrels just willing to accept a little acorn every now and then as I run into it. And then and the government knows this. The government knows that we have a bunch of churches, a bunch of professing Christians out here who are just scared, timid, frightened to contend for the faith.
Yeah. Right.
That they know this. This is why Gavin Newsom in California, Governor Whitmer in Michigan, and other states, they know that they can just roll out these incremental edicts, these fiats, and they know that the churches in these states and Christians are just going to cave to them. We're just going to genuflect to them. We won't stand up. We won't stand up in the face of what is objectively, biblically evil.
Right.
We need to start doing that.
Yeah, I can only imagine in the time of Daniel, a 30-day edict. Can you just imagine the worshipers of Yahweh, right? The Christians at that time say, hey, surely we should submit to the civil magistrate. In fact, it's only a 30-day edict, and certainly God will understand if we forego prayer for it's temporary, and we listen to that, and I'm being facetious, but sometimes that kind of argumentation helps put things into perspective, because if you apply that, right, like that kind of language, any God-fearing Christian would be like, oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah. And then I would say, and help me see how it's different. But
I think the difference is, and I completely agree with you. I think the problem is what Daryl stated, which is up front. We don't think of ourselves as aliens and strangers, number one. And number two, we have no doctrine of suffering. We have no doctrine of suffering. And so as a result of not having a doctrine of suffering, we think that we are right in doing that which is righteous when government and society and the culture agrees with us, right? So if culture, society agrees with us and things are peaceful, then we're doing the right thing. When government, society, and culture is against us, we must have something wrong with our message. And so we've got to go fix our message, recalibrate the message, and then represent it in the hope that will be liked by others. That's kind of what's happening.
You're right. When we get pushback, our immediate thought is that we're doing something wrong. Whereas if we read the words of Christ, our immediate thought would be, we're in good company. Maybe we're doing something right.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, we hope that you'll take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch more content like this. Also, take a moment and give this video a like so that it can reach more people. And take a moment and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thanks so much. God bless.